Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. Game Pie, and this is Let's Play Banjo Tooie Part 2. Last time, we basically went through the intro of the game. This here, King Jingling, was zombified by Grunty in an attempt to get her body back. Now he's, well, a zombie. His little pet, Toots, is a pile of ash with a pair of eyes. And he just sort of walks around. And he talks about the bosses of this game. But there isn't really a whole lot to do. He definitely gives some insight for certain characters. But you can just wait around and let him say all he has to say on your own time, I suppose. Anyway, this is the way that we need to go. Bottle's house! Alright, we finally get to see where our buddy lives! Or, well, lived. Alright, let's just grab some gold feathers. I want to get maxed out on all of my little items that I can have. Hi! Pretty good. Oh, they're not gonna tell her. Banjo! That's not really a nice thing to do. Lying about how her husband died? That's... No, oh, also there's an enemy in here. You can murder his face off. Anyway, this was their room. Got more feathers up there and stuff. And Bottles actually has 2 children. We'll be seeing them here in a second. And here's one of them. Goggles! Alright, so this is it. We can, wait, what? Did I miss something, or? Weird. Well, you don't really use that anyway. It's something nice to have, but you could go throughout the entire game while never using it. And then here's this other kid. He's got a cool plane. Nice! Oh. Yeah. Bottles was really an important person. Ding-a-ling. Well, he was before he became a zombie. Gee whiz, the beginning of this game is just morbid. Anyway, both the kids have posters of characters in their room from a video game that I don't have and don't remember the name of. Okay, another section of the Isle of Hags, the Wooded Hollow. Yes, we need to get past the doorman. But first, let's fill up on our gold feathers. There we go. That's all the gold feathers we can carry for now. Now, there is a section that I would like to show you folks real quick. It's right over here. There's this egg! We won't be going in there yet, but that's where Stop and Swap is done. I'm gonna do that a little bit later. Now then, we've got another silo open. Every section of the Isle of Hags has a silo that you can go into, and you can travel between them at will. Going down this hole, we have a very important area. It's our first Jinjo! Here we goes! Now, the thing about the Jinjos in this game, their positions are always preset, but what colors they are is, for the most part, random. There might be a Jinjo or two that are a consistent color, but for the most part, they're all going to be different colors on different save files. Now then, each Jinjo color has a different number to be collected. The black ones have the most, 9, whereas the white ones have the fewest. There's only one white Jinjo. Collecting all the Jinjos of a single color will result in a Jiggy. So basically, the white Jinjo is a Jiggy, whereas a black Jinjo is a ninth of a Jiggy, and so on. And this is why we need to collect Jiggies in the game. Well, you collected 100 in the last game, so it should sound a bit familiar. Well, of course. Alright, let's go. Technically speaking, you could have 2 Jiggies right now, because that first Jinjo that I found, it might have been the white Jinjo. But that is incredibly unlikely. Alright, so here's how opening worlds in this game works. First, you have to have enough Jiggies to enter this area, and then you have to complete this little puzzle over here. Alright, now a minigame like this was in the first game. I never actually showed it. Alright, yeah, like I was saying, a minigame like this was in the first game, but I never actually showed it. If you go into Banjo's house, and then look at the picture of stand on the rug and then look at the picture of bottles on your wall, you'll be able to play special bottles bonus minigames. And completing those will unlock special cheats in the sandcastle, which will change what Banjo and Kazooie look like. Quite silly, actually. Anyway, completing the first puzzle allows this crystal Jiggy to glow, and he'll open up the first world for you, which is actually right next to the temple. Right there. So finally, the first world is open. No, I don't, sadly. Well, I certainly will. Yes, so basically we need to collect 3 Jiggies in this next world to open up the second one. I'm gonna be getting more than that, actually, but that's how many we have to have. So, here we go. In this game, the worlds are much bigger, so they have these little warp pads to work with. They're sort of like the silos, except, well, in individual worlds rather than the Isle of Hags. So here's our first enemy, incredibly easy to avoid, just keep moving. The notes work much differently than they did in the first game. As you can see, they're in these little nests. There are 5 notes in each nest. Now overall, there are still 100 notes in each world, but because they're in nests of 5, that means that functionally, there's only really 20 notes in each world. And then there's treble clefs, which are worth 20 notes themselves, reducing the notes to 16 and a treble clef. So, basically, there aren't nearly as many collectibles in this game. Alright, let's talk to this guy. So this is the guy that's been talking to us the whole time. Kinda, yeah. Oh! Well, at least they're telling the truth to somebody. Yeah. Well, I suppose so. Oh. Oh. Well, this guy is a drill sergeant. And this is how notes come into the game. There aren't any note doors, so they just decide to make you pay for your moves. So you don't actually lose notes for this. Okay. A game! Now in the original game, all of his little things that he's saying here would rhyme to the beat of the song in the background. But due to the fact that I'm playing on the Xbox 360 version, the button names are different. And so, well, they don't always sound the same. So anyway, now we can basically shoot eggs out of our aiming sight, like so. Now let's try to hit this guy. Bam, yeah. So he's all spun out and he won't be able to shoot us anymore. Very nice. Alright, so there we have Mumbo's house, hut, skull thing. We won't be going in there quite yet, but we will pretty soon. Okay, so now we can work from one section to another. Alright, so now I've got 80 notes. That means that basically I've got all the notes in this world. There's only one thing left, and that's the treble clef, which I believe is... yes, it's right here. Boo! Already I have all the notes of this world. That didn't take too long. So, yeah, rather than 100 notes in each world, it's really more like 17. Oh no. Sounds good. Alright, so, the way that I like to do this is I like to get on this hut up here, and then you just sort of start shooting them down. Shooting indiscriminately works pretty well. Oh, that's a special thing right there. That's a special honeycomb. That one has an exclamation mark on it. I'll show you what that does. Actually, I'll show you what it does right now so that it doesn't despawn. A skill stop honeycomb. Yep. So, as you can see, the thing will go up. And then boom, that's what my health is now. If you're really low on health, it can be good, but if you have most of your health and you accidentally pick one up, it can potentially be quite bad. Now, there's another version of it later on. Well, I'm assuming that we'll see it later on, which is a question mark rather than an exclamation point, and it will randomly go across your health bar rather than, well, go straight across it. Don't pick up the question mark ones unless you have like only one health left, because chances are it will actually make you have less health. Also, at different the speed of the skill stop honeycomb will also be different, depending on like how much health you have, where you are in the game and stuff. And so, while it's very easy to get full health right now, later on in the game, it can be quite dangerous to try to utilize it. Alright. So, going up on top of this temple here, we have our next Jiggy. Alright, bringing us up to 3. We only need one more to open up the next world. So, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Mumbo next. Because Mumbo does something very important in this game. Now, notice that I haven't collected any Mumbo tokens yet. But then there's this little dude. It's a Globo! These are what you need to get Mumbo to help you in this game. Well, that isn't too hard. Well, absolutely. Alright, so it's time to transform now, right? Actually, no. Yep, that's right. You actually get to play as Mumbo. This is pretty cool. He has a use in each world. You see, there are certain Mumbo pads you can find. And on them, Mumbo can do various magical stuff. Now, the one and only Mumbo pad in this world is right over here, next to this golden head thing. Oh, also something to note. This says Ikambokum. And, listening to him here, it's what he says! So anyway, we have some purple magic here. Bringing this statue, Golden Goliath, up into the sky. And now, we control Mumbo controlling the Goliath. Alright. Now, there are many things that you want to do with the Golden Goliath, and you can do them all in one go if you know what they are ahead of time. First, there's this door over here, which you want to kick in. That'll create an entrance to a new room. Also, you're completely invincible as the Golden Goliath, so don't worry about anything. Next, there's this rock over here. It's covering a fly pad. Later on, you'll get the ability to break these rocks on your own as Banjo-Kazooie, but for now, it's best to just get the Golden Goliath to do it. Now there's this other door, which can open for the Golden Goliath to go in, and there's also a reason for this. You see, going over to the left, we have this quick stand stuff, which will actually spit you out to the beginning if you're playing as Banjo-Kazooie. Of course, as the Golden Goliath here, it doesn't do anything. So you can grab that Jiggy up there. And then one last thing to do is Golden Goliath. There's this door over here. Later on, you'll get a move to break it as well. But you can just do it right now. And so now I've got 8 seconds to do whatever the heck I want, because I've done all the things Golden Goliath needs to do. We never have to play as him again. Of course, it can be fun to play as him. And that's it for Mumbo. That's all we need him for in this world. Also, he only has 4 health right now. Less than what Banjo and Kazooie have. I think they have 5. So let's just head back over to them. I think after that I'll end the episode there, and we'll get to see what we did. Well, where the areas lead to that we just opened. Those guys are horrible at hitting me. And there we go. Alright, folks, I've been Mr. Game & Pie. This episode, we started up this area, and in the next episode, we will be continuing, and maybe finishing it up. Probably not quite that much. But anyway, see y'all later, folks!